Prije burnog raspada bivše Jugoslavije, opština Višegrad u istočnoj Bosni i Hercegovini bila je mirna višenacionalna zajednica. Višegrad je nekad bio poznat po čuvenom mostu na rijeci Drini, podignutom za vrijeme otomanske vladavine.
In the spring of 1992, there were acts of violence against the Muslim population. The JNA Užice Corps had disarmed predominantly Muslim institutions and Muslim citizens. Checkpoints were set up that stopped mainly the Muslim population, required them to show papers. If they didn't have the papers, they could not go to work. They were not allowed to leave the municipality. And this instilled a strong sense of fear in the Muslim population.
Pred tribunalom je vođeno nekoliko suđenja u vezi s koordiniranim planiranjem i izvršenjem zločina širom Bosne i Hercegovine, uključujući i Višegrad. 2 od tih suđenja su vođena protiv lica za koja se smatralo da su neposredni počinioci zločina u Višegradu. Rođacima Milanu I Sredoju Lukiću suđeno je zajedno, a njihovom saučesniku Mitru Vasiljeviću, koji je prvi uhapšen, suđeno je odvojeno.
And that he was a ready source of local information for the group about the location of Muslims in the area. The trial chamber is satisfied that he gave that information to the group with the full realization that it would be used by the group to persecute Muslims.
Pretresno vijeće je osudilo Mitra Vasiljevića na 20 godina zatvora. Kazna mu je kasnije smanjena odlukom žalbenog vijeća.
At a certain point, the Užice Corps leaves Višegrad and leaves paramilitary formations in place. A number of local Serbs join these paramilitary formations, and this further increases the sense of fear in the Muslim population in the municipality. The prosecution alleged that Milan Lukić was the leader of a paramilitary formation called White Eagles, or the Avengers, and that Sredoje Lukić, who was also Milan Lukić's cousin, was a member of that formation as well. He was also at the time a policeman in the Višegrad police force. The prosecution also alleged that Mitra Vasiljević had been part of this group to some extent. He was originally a waiter at a cafe in Višegrad.
At this stage of the tribunal's history, these courts have heard many accounts of the atrocities perpetrated during the conflicts in the former Yugoslavia. But even the most seasoned judges, prosecutors, and practitioners pause at the mention of the crimes perpetrated in Višegrad. Crimes which reached an unprecedented peak of capricious cruelty not seen anywhere else.
Dokazi izvedeni na suđenjima u predmetima Vasiljević i Lukić ukazuju na to da je broj proizvoljnih ubistava i nestanaka dosegao vrhunac u maju i junu 1992.
Around this time it became a frequent occurrence for Milan Lukić and men from the Lukić group to go to the factories like Varda, like Turpentine, identify Muslim workers, and then drag them away to their death.
On 7 June 1992, Milan Lukić, together with 2 other armed men, rounded up 7 Muslims in Višegrad and brought them to the bank of the Drina River, where they were lined up and shot. And as a result of this, 5 of these men died. The trial chamber found that Milan Lukić had led the events that led to this execution.
Onda je potjerao prema Drini. Pred sobom isto opet kovce. On je išao iza njiha. I dotjerao je na obalu Drine, ta je obala Drine meni sve na pogledu. I potakmio je jedan do drugoga, malo je razmako, nisu bili blizu jedan do drugoga. I jednog po jednoga ga je ubio sve. Ubio i onda je okrenuo rafal i pobio te ljude. Kasnije, kad se je vraćao od njih, onda je pucao na nas, naišla je od Nemišević i Brišima žena i šćerka. I stajale smo, njegova je šćerka pomagala i vikala babo, babo. On se je okrenuo kad ga je počerao prema Drini na to dijete, kad je dijete plakalo. Dolje kad je pobio, kad se je vraćao od Drine, onda je pucao na nas. Mi smo polegli po zemlji, samo je ono fijukalo.
Relatives and friends of the victims recovered the bodies from the river later in the day. At the spot where they were killed, they found the identity cards of the victims lying on the dirt of the riverbank.
Mnogi od ubijenih jednostavno su bačeni u rijeku Drinu. Među stotinama tijela koja su izvučena iz rijeke, samo je jedno pripadalo osobi srpske nacionalnosti.
Mr. Polio, when you and a group of men pulled bodies out of the river in June and July 1992, can you tell me how many bodies you were able to retrieve?
170, 180, možda i nešto više.
And of those, how many did you personally recognize?
Pa blizu 50.
And did you know where those victims had come from?
Sve su došle Drinom iz pravca Višegrada.